What is going on, Marvel fans? What's going on, movie fans? We're going to be talking about something a little different today. Now, we're going to be talking about Blade. Yes, the vampire hunter himself, Blade. Now, if you guys do not know who Blade is, then I am going to give you a little recap on Blade. Now, it could go from the movie version or the comic version, but of course, I'm gonna go by the movie and comic version. There was three movies, and there was also a temporary series, which I'm not going to include the series. I'm just going to include the movies for this discussion. But Blade, he is a vampire hunter. He is half vampire, half human. He has all the power of a vampire. He has the strength. He has the speed. He has no other weaknesses. The only thing he has is the bloodlust. And his mother was bitten by a vampire while she was pregnant, and Blade survived, and his mother somehow died, but then later it was found out that she was a vampire and ended up killing her. So, and in the movie, Wesley Snipes was portrayed as Blade in three films. We had Blade 1, we had Blade 2, we also had Blade Trinity. All three amazing films. There has been talks of a Blade 4. There's been talks of a Blade Remaster. There's been a reboot possibly, or a Blade series. Now everyone's saying that, oh, Wesley Snipes can't do it because he's too old, or whatever, and Blade doesn't age because he's half vampire. Of course, with Blade, of course, with the character, vampires don't age. Yes, I fully understand that. But Wesley Snipes, he is in still great shape to be able to do the part of Blade. The last movie I remember seeing him in was Expendables 3. Now, I know it's been a little bit since that movie was released, but he kicked ass in that movie, and I still think it'd be great to see him as Blade. And I'm just, as a hardcore fan of Blade, I really do believe that this legend deserves a chance to possibly reoccur as an amazing character that went on for three films. Now, again, also you got to think for story aspect too. Where do we go? Because in the third one, he went up against Dracula and then supposedly killed all the vampires except for himself. Now it goes on, of course, how long has it been? Like, what are we going to do? Like, could it be like, I don't know, like 10, 20 years, and then something happens where there's like a virus, something comes, and then vampires are reborn or something like that, and he just gets awakened because now he is the one to stop the threat. Like, it could go any way. If they actually have good writers, and a good script, as well as just everything. And I would prefer if Wesley Snipes was in it, but if he's not in it, then so be it. But get a great actor that would be able to portray as Blade, that would be able to do as good as Wesley Snipes did within the movie, because honestly, this is one of my favorite movies. Literally growing up, I mean, I remember watching the very first one, and I was hooked, and then I watched the second one, uh, and then it was just more, and then the third one came out, it was so hyped, and everybody, has their own opinion about Blade, and with Marvel doing so well, I think that it kind of depends, because I'm not sure who has the rights of Blade right now. I can't remember if it's Marvel or Sony. I really hope that it is Marvel, because if it's Marvel, then they may be able to do a magnificent job. But either way, whether it's Sony, whether it's Marvel, I'm gonna have to really look into this, possibly do an update video for you guys while I'm talking about this. But I really want to be able to see Blade return to the screen, because we've seen so many great movies come out that have been literally keep on going. We've seen Iron Man, we've seen Captain America, Black Panther just got released. We're having Avengers now. Of course, Blade has nothing to do with any of that, but one of the very first movies that came out that was really in the darkest of the Marvel universe was Blade. And anyone that is a fan of any vampire movies or a fan of Marvel, then you should be able to like this movie, because this movie has everything that you need. It has vampires, it has action, it has adventure, it has comedy, it has a great story, it has great characters, and I believe that the character does need to be returned to the movie very soon. Now, again, it's possible they could make a fourth one. They can make a remaster, or whatever. More than likely, I got this weird feeling they're probably, if they are going to do it, they may do a remaster, and then they're going to redo the entire uh, trilogy, or they may just do a completely different story than they actually did with the original, because the very first original was, of course, finding out who killed Blade's mother, and also with how he was turned, why he became a vampire. Then he got rid of him, and then of course the vampire is trying to make a perfect vampire that was immune to sunlight and to silver and to garlic and to everything. And then he was hunting them as well as working with vampires, and he was hunting vampires. And then the third one, we had Dracula with, okay, how do you kill someone that's literally like the very first one of the vampire race. And that was just, and all these just was incredible, and the writing was just amazing, out of my opinion. And I believe again that Blade deserves a return to the screen. Now again, I know I keep repeating myself here because a lot of people probably want to see Wesley Snipes in the movie. I personally would like to see Wesley Snipes return as Blade, but it's not a guarantee if it's going to happen or not. This is just me putting my thoughts out there, saying of what I think should happen, what out of my own opinion. Again, this is my own opinion. Whether you could agree or disagree, again, it's, I'm not saying that I'm right or I'm wrong or whatever, because again, if you guys have a different opinion, or if you guys have something you want to say about it, then by all means put it down there. That's why I like doing it, is because I like talking to you guys or getting my opinion out there and see, okay, if my opinion is the same as somebody's, or if it's a little different, or if you don't like my opinion, that's okay. Take it as it comes. Just because I may not like your opinion, but at the same time, it's like, okay, we're all fans here, and we're all going to be enjoying something that entertains us. And at the same time, it's been years since this movie has actually been out, and there's been an anime series of it, there's been a series of it, there's been comics of it, there's been so much of this character that really does need to come back. And actually, if again they may do a remaster, and again if they do it, they're going to have great actors, as well as a great story and a great script and great locations, and something that's not going to screw it up. Just like how so many people were worried about Punisher, or about Daredevil, or about even Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor, Hulk. All these different characters are just as, every Marvel character is important. Every DC character is important. Every character is important to somebody, somehow, some way. And I personally, Blade is one of my favorite Marvel characters, because again, just the story, just trying to go through all this crazy stuff that he has to go through and still be able to try to protect humanity. And it's just a great story, and also something to actually really, sink your teeth into. Not trying to, quote, not trying to punt, no puns in there, but it's really something you can actually enjoy and just sit back and actually just enjoy as a fan. So let me know what you guys think about this. And also, would you like to see Blade return? Would you like to see a remaster, or would you like to see a continuation of what's already been done? Or would you like to see like a Netflix series? Or would you like to see just something just completely different? Like, again, it could happen one of three ways. We could get a series, more than likely on Netflix. We could either get a remaster, or we could get a continuation of Blade. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Also, links down in the description below. As normal, so you guys give me a follow on Instagram and Twitter. Also, click the subscribe button if you are new. Consider about subscribing. Do not forget to also share the channel, share the love for the channel, share your thoughts in the comments down below. I would really like to know where your thoughts are. I would love to know. As well as click the notification bell. You guys do not miss none of my videos when I upload. That way you'll be notified every time I upload, as well as every time that the video is new. And again, if you're not following me on Instagram or Twitter, you'll be able to find the video as I post it. So let me know what you guys think about it, again, in the comments down below, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video.